To remove the clutch cover, I've drained the oil, taken the nut off the end of the brake rod so that I can drop the brake pedal, and that allows me, once I've taken the 4 bolts out, I can remove the footrests. Now all I need to do, finished taking off the kickstart. So I've undone and removed the screws. Remember, they are JIS, Japanese Industry Standard, they're not Phillips. To remove the cover you may need to tap it. This will come off pretty easy. There's a couple of dowels. When you hear all that rattling, don't worry. So then what we do, we remove the cam plate and the oil pass part. Now undo the 2 screws and we can access the clutch nut. So I was fortunate, these screws came undone easily. They can seize, stainless steel into aluminium. Remove the 2 screws. Remove this cover. Inside of the clutch basket here is the centrifugal oil filter, so we need to clean that out. If it hasn't been done for a while, that can be full of crud. Once we've done that, we knock back the tab of the lock washer, we can undo the nut and remove the clutch. So using my homemade clutch holding tool, undo the nut, the tool, and the clutch will come off, and here's the lock, washer. Now we just need to pull out the oil strainer. So this is the oil pump, this is the strainer, so the oil flows this way. So we'll just pull out the oil strainer, give it a clean, and make sure you check this side because the oil flows this way, and when you put it back in, it's got a taper, so the narrow end goes in first. We've given a wipe around the casing, make sure it's all nice and clean. So put a little bit of oil on. What I do, put this sleeve in there first, and then there we go. So I've got a new tab washer, in it goes, and the nut. Now it's just a matter of torquing it back up, holding the clutch and torquing it back up. So the torque setting is 29 to 36 foot-pounds. I've set it to 30. So we need to go just that little bit further to line up the tab washer so that I can knock that into the notch. And what I did, because the torque 29 to 36 foot-pounds, I set it to 30 so that if I have to go a little bit tighter, as I've got to do now, we're not over torquing the knot. A little bit further, and that's spot on. Now all I need to do is to bend the tab washer into the slot. There we go. So now all I have to do is put the end cover in place with the bearing, get the 2 screws, So I've leaned the bike over slightly. That's to help the clutch parts, clutch mechanism stay in place while we fit the cover. First thing to go back on is the cam plate and the spring with the oil pass pipe. Don't put it in this way. If you put it in this way, the oil which comes up through the gallery in the clutch cover, you won't get oil feed, a correct proper oil feed through to the big end. So make sure the spring goes in first and the oil pass tube, pass pipe out second. Then we have a spring. Then we have the rest of the cam plate with the shoulder that fits inside like that. There we go. And we need to make sure that these are all in a line. And the last thing to go on, the shift lever goes in the notch. As you can see, that's in line, that's correct. So one spline out, that's wrong. One spline out, wrong. In line, lift that slightly, in it goes, and that's the mechanism in place. Hopefully it will stay in place whilst we refit the cover. I'm using the old gasket. It's in good condition. Probably a good idea to use a new gasket every time if you have one. And fit it onto the dowels first. And there we go. Just a little bit of wiggling. All we need to do now, refit the screws, kickstart, one bolt, refit the nut on the brake arm, 4 bolts holding the footrests, refill the oil, and we're finished. That's my postie bike back together and finished. If you're interested, have a look at my video, a link in the description showing you how to dismantle the clutch and fit new clutch plates and how it works. See you in the next video.